Hello and welcome. This is Cherie with Rehash Fiber, and today I'm going to tell you how you can get the stink out of your wool. When I was at Orlando Distaff Day, there is the fabulous free table there, and I came across a bin full of high quality wool, but it stunk. It was from a smoker's home, and then somebody had sprayed deodorizer all over it, and so it had a terrible sour, smoky smell. However, I can't let good fiber go without giving it a try. And I thought, I am gonna figure this out and try to save this fiber and make something from it. So I took the whole bin and started my research. I started visiting with other people, and I also started researching online. So I'm gonna give you the steps today on how to clean stinky fiber. And I don't mean the natural smell, like when the fiber smells of lanolin or the barn or the manure. That is when you would use power scour. And I have a whole nother show on that. This is when it's unnatural scents and it's just awful. So here we go. Step one, you need to lay out the fiber in the UV light of the sunshine. So I start at the beginning of the day, lay it all out, but the UV light has to hit every part of it to help get rid of that scent. So about every 4 hours, I go and I turn the fiber around so that the sun can hit other parts of it. Now, the second thing is we start washing it. The first wash is in baking soda. Now, I have a system for when I wash fleeces. I have a plastic container, and inside it goes a plastic container that has holes in it, which is kind of like what you would call like my colander for the fiber. So what I do is I fill up the empty one with the baking soda and warm water, about a cup of baking soda, maybe 2. I'm sorry, I just poured a lot in. And I know you people that like numbers, I'm gonna try to give you about numbers. So let's go with 1.5 cups of baking soda. Swished my arm around and made sure it was all dissolved. Then I took my fiber colander and put it inside and made sure the fiber was all saturated with the water. I didn't want too much water over the height of the fiber because I want more of the concentration of the baking soda. I let that sit for an hour. Then I rinsed it and then did a second bath with vinegar. I used 1/2 gallon of vinegar mixed with warm water. I did the same thing, made sure that it had been mixed, added the fiber back to it, and let it sit for another hour. After that, I rinsed it again, gently patted it to get the excess water out, and laid it out on my drying rack. Lo and behold, the awful scent was gone, and there is a slight scent of vinegar on it. And I have really worked at sniffing it out, and just that light scent of vinegar. I can handle a vinegar smell, and I do believe that will go away over time. I spun my first fiber from doing all of that, and I did not smell anything bad the whole time. And it kept its lovely, soft greatness to work with. So it worked out, thank goodness. Now, the one thing I do want to tell you, it's very rewarding. After that first bath of baking soda, the water was like a weird orange. I was like, ew, is that the smoke and whatever odor coming out? I don't know. So I'll let you know if that happens again. No, I won't. But we will see if it happens again. So I feel very happy that that worked out, and the wool got saved, and it was not too hard of a process to do. So just keep that in mind. I also just want to talk about that wonderful enigma of that free table at Distaff Day. I would guess maybe 200 fiber artists come, and it's in a big ballroom at a hotel in Kissimmee, Florida. And people bring all kinds of stuff to give away at the free table, and it goes. I love it because stuff that burdens me is on the table, and yet I'm finding treasures like I found this fiber. So good stuff for everybody, whole lot of fun. So one more thing that was on my mind to talk about. If you're curious about this sweater, this is the Marie Wallin Primrose. And I will link that episode on this sweater at the end of the show. But I was talking about a different sweater when I was at the Sunkissed Fiber Festival, and I mentioned that it is a legacy piece. And the gentleman I was talking with, he says, well, what does that mean? So I shared what it meant to me. It is an item that I have found it to be very special fiber, whether it's the process I took it through or I purchased a special fiber from somewhere. That it took a lot of time to make and was very much worth it because I knew it was going to last forever. Oftentimes it's very expensive. And then if it works out in the end and it fits, it's like it all came together to be a beautiful legacy piece that you can treasure forever. As this one did, and I've had some other sweaters like that. And I mean also, they will outlive me. I will make sure that my sweaters go into the right hands because they will just keep living on. So that is a legacy piece. And I just wanted to share that with you because I'm sure when you're spending the time and you're making these wonderful things, you are making legacy pieces as well. So now we just need to make sure they go into the right hands when that time comes. All right, folks, next time you have a naturally stinky fiber, you now have the solution on how to get it clean and smelling good. So happy washing. Thanks for watching.